There's a Master Fans. We're back with a Compaq laptop. Let's take a look and see what we've got. This is a P4, not a mobile P4, I don't think. Compaq Presario 2500, very clean. This one actually looks like it might fire up. It's got the JBL Pro sound package, so I'd love to see this thing work. It is a Windows XP model, and it takes a 90-watt power supply. We will go ahead and open up the back and just take a look at the guts before we open it up. But, you know, other than a little bit of dust, this actually looks to be in pretty good shape. So let's see what we're working with. All right, so first things first, we've got our 14.8 volt Nuon battery. Looks to be in good shape, no bulges or anything. We're working with a gig of DDR memory, so actually pretty good for the era for Windows XP. It doesn't have a wireless card in it, but that's something we could always throw in if we ever wanted to. And we're working with a Fujitsu hard drive, 40 gig, pretty standard for XP, especially XP Home. Again, I'm pretty confident this is a full P4, but before I open it up, I'm going to try and plug it in and see if we can get this to fire up and run. All right, so with the plug in, we get the nice power light indicator there. And flip her open. Let's just take a look and see. We got fire up there. Fan is running. Compaq logo. Screen is in really nice shape. Not a smudge or anything on it. We'll just take a look and see if it CMOS errors out like many of these Junkyard laptops do. Very quiet runner. So it's barely audible, but there is a small click noise, which I think might be this Fujitsu hard drive. So we're going to go ahead and just enter setup and see. The hard drive indicator light has flashed a couple of times, but I've not heard a platter spin. So we're detecting the Fujitsu hard disk. It does look like we do have a bad CMOS, which is totally normal. Go ahead and just throw in a date. It's not 2014. I'm a time traveler apparently today. Do have a gig memory. Looks like everything else is pretty good. Let's go ahead and just try and save the configuration and reboot. Hearing something rattle around in there. Now, Windows XP is not the fastest booting system, and certainly on a mechanical hard drive it's never that fast, but this is a bit slower than I'd even expect. Let's see if we can go into the boot order. Just see if we get a good RAM test. So we've got a 2.3 gigahertz P4, which is a very fast P4. Speed step, I'm guessing, is some sort of a overclock. But it's a pretty darn good P4. This must be a pretty late P4 for a 2.3 gigahertz rating. Yeah, we're getting that extended RAM check. It may just be that this system has to do a very lengthy RAM check, and I just didn't give it the time to actually boot up here. But even for Windows XP on an older system, I've never seen something take this long to boot. Well, we'll just kind of give it its go here and see what happens. right. All right, so now let's see if we can go ahead and do hard drive boot. We get a hard drive indicator light, which is a good sign. And we've got Windows XP firing up. So apparently I was just impatient with this system. Odd, but I guess it's got a really nice onboard diagnostic built in. Not sure what the purpose of that is. Little sound pop tells me that the speaker is good. And there we go. We've got a booter. Let's see if we can get in the system and test out this sound. Well, we have the familiar Windows XP boot up sounds. Very pleased to hear this coming out of this JBL system. This is a nice premium sound system. It does look like the prior owner wiped out most of the information, so that's good. Let's load up the system specs, take a look at that, and then see if we can get some sound playing on this to test out this speaker. All right, so a little confusing specs on this one here. It's a genuine Intel CPU, 2.38 gigahertz. And then it says 1.59 gigahertz, 960 megabytes of RAM, which is odd because there's definitely a gigabyte in there. Probably some limitations to XP here. Couldn't tell you, but it seems to work okay. It's very slow. This does have the under the hood reset button for factory reset. So that's probably the route we'll go, just to wipe off any existing data that our good friend Dave here might have left. But I do want to test this out. So we're going to grab a CD and throw it in here and just see what the sound quality is like. Unfortunately, I won't be able to put that on YouTube, but just know that I am testing it and it's going to be fantastic. Thanks again for watching. If you did enjoy this Compaq Presario 2500, please hit that like button, drop me a comment, let me know, did you ever have one of these? Do you know anything about them? These oddball P4s for Windows XP. And definitely make sure you share this out if you have anybody interested in retro tech or saving stuff from the junkyard and or the landfill. That's what I do. And also, of course, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that notification button, keep up to date with me. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.